when I talk, but go back. Yeah.
Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. It's Thirsty Thursday, which is why High West Distillery is here. Steve Walton joins me. He's one of the bartenders at High West. Welcome. It's great to have you.
Yeah, it's good to be here. Thank you.
You know, I look at these bottles here in front of me, and they all look about the same color, but they're all different.
Absolutely, very different. So these are kind of what we call our core four. So it's our core four products that we kind of distribute nationally across the country and starting to move, across the world with a bigger distribution. So we start on the end here with the American Prairie, which is a blend of 3 straight bourbons. Yeah. Then we move into the middle, Double Rye, Rendezvous Rye, which are blends of 2 straight rye whiskeys. Yeah. They're super spicy, great flavor coming through. And then we finish it off with the Campfire of the core four, which is actually a rye whiskey, bourbon, and Scotch blend. So it starts off a little sweet at the beginning, you get a little spice in the middle, but finishes smoky like a good Scotch.
With a little Scotch. Wow.
Absolutely.
That's great. Now the Prairie, we're going to play with that one a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah. We're going to do a cocktail with this evening. So we're kind of looking at promoting our brunch over at the refectory at the new distillery out in the One-Ship area.
Yeah, this is crazy. I mean, I know you have a distillery, and that's terrific. You know, I want to come see how you make this stuff, but to come out there and eat too.
Absolutely. So the brunch is 11 till 4 every Sunday. So we've got this great kind of hangover cocktail for you guys. So we didn't really want to go the traditional route. So we didn't really want to go Bloody Mary, mimosa. No. So this is kind of a play on a classic cocktail called the Corpse Reviver No. 2. So
that sounds like an English drink, my friend.
It's a great kind of get you back up in the morning kind of cocktail. So it's from the Savoy Cocktail Book, created by Harry Craddock, and it's a gin-based cocktail traditionally, but we put a kind of bit of a spin on it and put our bourbon in there just to give it that little bit of an extra kick.
So little of the dog that bit you.
Absolutely. So that's the principle behind the Corpse Reviver. It's literally in the book itself, it actually says 1 or 2 of these cocktails will revive the corpse from the night before. So it's that little pick-me-up kind of cocktail for the morning after.
I feel like with that accent and with it being the Corpse Reviver that I think you should be saying, "Bring out your dead" for us. Can you do a little of that?
What'd you say?
Bring out your dead.
Bring out your dead. So I'm going to start by building this cocktail. Our base of the cocktail itself is our American Prairie bourbon. It's an equal parts cocktail, so pretty much depending on how big you want to make it. Yep. But traditionally it's 0.75 ounces of the 3 across the board.
That's right.
So we have the 0.75 ounces of our American Prairie bourbon. Then we move into the Lillet Blanc.
Yeah, that is an important addition to this, right?
It is. It's a great, like an aperitif white wine, distilled mainly of Bordeaux grapes.
Oh, really?
Then we move over to the Cointreau, which is a member of the triple sec family, so it's an orange liqueur. What we are going to do is prior to that, we have a little bit of absinthe. We're actually going to rinse the glass with the absinthe to get it a little bit of the anise flavor coming through in the product.
Right, so I got to check out your absinthe, though.
And then we actually finish it off with freshly squeezed lemon juice.
Oh my! And you guys made that, yeah?
We squeeze that daily. So one of the best things about having a great craft cocktail bar is making sure that all your ingredients are fresh. So every day we have a great group of bar backs that work with us at High West, at the distillery, and at the Park Avenue location.
Doing some prep work.
They come in the mornings. They're there right now as we speak. They're juicing for the day. They get in at 8 o'clock every morning, and they prep to set our bartenders up for success in the great cocktail. So everything is fresh. So lemon juice, lime juice, orange juice, grapefruit juice. It's all squeezed fresh every morning. Everything 100% fresh behind the bar. So it's going to give you that awesome, great, perfect cocktail.
I can hardly wait to see how they do all that. I'm going to have to come over and check that out.
I'm going to give this guy a little tap, break that seal.
Get that shaker going. Okay.
So in these kind of cocktails, you're looking to shake the cocktail for just like 30 seconds of a nice vigorous shake. So what you're looking to do is not only chill the cocktail, you're actually looking to dilute it a little bit, because obviously this is all pure booze. You're looking to dilute everything. So when you look at a lot of cocktails, they have a little bit of a sugar base to give it that little extra sweetener. But the good thing about this cocktail is the Cointreau is actually very sugar heavy. So even though it's an alcohol adding to the drink itself, there's a big sugar element to this cocktail.
Right. Exactly, and of course an orange flavor that goes pretty well with this. Wow. A little lemon juice and orange juice. That is ideal. All right.
Get this guy going.
You got a little froth going there.
Absolutely. So I've just got to discard this guy. So basically, we're just getting a little absinthe rinse in the glass. So if you put your nose in that guy there, you're getting those kind of aniseed flavors coming through. That's going to give you
smell the licorice.
That perfect cocktail. You know?
Smell. Oh my!
So it's just literally to flavor the glass, not to really kind of attempt it. And then basically we double strain the cocktail.
Really?
To make sure that we get out all of the kind of ice shards. So if you look in the
yeah, there's some in there.
So basically, what that's going to do is, if you put that in the actual cocktail itself, it's going to add that additional water that you're not looking for.
Yeah, we've already done that part.
Exactly, we've already done that in the shake. So we kind of don't want that coming through in the cocktail itself.
How?
So we kind of discard that bad boy.
How do you? I never would think that shaking would get down to those little ice shards, but it really does.
Absolutely.
Because you have big full cubes. I mean, these are big boys here.
Yeah. So they are kind of what we consider kind of our whiskey ice cubes. They're specifically built for like whiskey on the rocks and that kind of stuff. So they slowly dilute and they don't kind of ruin your drink. So if you're looking for certain drinks, you're going to use what they call chip ice or pebble ice. That's going to give you that extra dilution. But these guys here, great for shaking because it doesn't dilute your drink just enough, but gives you that chill that it actually needs in order to do what it's trying to achieve.
That's some pro skill right there.
And at the same time, when we're drinking our whiskey our whiskey on the rocks, it slowly melts, just releases that little bit of water that opens up the flavor, but doesn't kind of kill your cocktail. You know?
So an important choice, the choice of
And then we're
ice.
going to finish this guy off, and then we just get a little zest in there.
Nice
that around
work.
the rim for
Around
a little
the
bit
rim
of flavor.
Wow.
And then you have...
I hope they can see that little wisp of that orange coming across on the TV.
So this is kind of available at the refectory.
Cheers.
Cheers for a great breakfast cure and a hangover.
I had a rough night last night, so this is good.
It's a good start to the day.
Wow. Yeah, this is a good start to the day.
So it's a great alternative to your traditional Bloody Mary mimosas, and so we want to, do something different, create a different kind of atmosphere that when people are coming to brunch, those two cocktails are the famous ones, and obviously we do offer those for brunch as well with our High West 7000 vodka.
Oh.
But we always like to put some twist on some classics and add a bit of whiskey into something great to get you over that hump when you've had a great Saturday night.
And a little orange twist on top, and it definitely does the job. This would go so well, as you said, we kind of tease a little bit about some of the things we love for breakfast, but I'm a big fan of the Eggs Benedict.
Yeah, the Eggs Benedict that they do over at the refectory are absolutely fantastic. We also do a whiskey glazed French toast. So with the High West products and in the cook-in at the 703 and at the refectory location, we put a lot of our whiskey in our products as well. So we cook with that. So we have a great French onion soup where we put the bourbon in there. So it's a bourbon onion soup. So a twist on the classic French onion soup, but it's actually fantastic. You get that little extra kick and those whiskey flavors coming through. And then we have the grills with for dessert, which is a cinnamon crusted donut. Wow. A little bit of butter, fresh ice cream, and then we have a little bit of whiskey sauce that goes on the top of that.
Man
so it's a fantastic
alive.
dessert. So we have a little bit of in the breakfast, we have it in dessert, we have it in a lot of our products as well. So as well as you're drinking some phenomenal products, it's also in our cooking process as well.
That is ideal. Well, I got to say, this is a really great start to a good morning here on Park City Television. It's the way to kick off a good brunch, but also you guys offer some tours over there. Is that right?
Yes, we do tours. So the distillery opens at 11 o'clock and they do tours on the hour until 4 p.m.
Wow.
So you can book ahead in advance or just show up to the location. The good news is we have a little tasting room as well. So as well as doing the tours, you have the ability to grab a cocktail while you're waiting, because we have a full bar up there as well. So offering all the same cocktails that we available at our Park City location. And then you can do a tour and then sit in our little tasting room where we have an educational license where you can sit with 5 of our different whiskeys side by side and you can sip them. And that's the best way to try whiskey is, if you're trying a bourbon, you'll drink it and you'll remember that and enjoy it. But the best thing to do is to drink these guys side by side. So then you'll get the sweetness out of the bourbon, you'll get the spiciness out of the rye, and you'll get the smoke out of the campfire. But what you're going to get is when you try it side by side, you can go back in and taste them next to each other. So that's the best way to kind of enjoy
really pick
our
up
products.
on those ingredients, because it's a lot. I mean, it's for a lot of people with wine, they can kind of taste and smell some of the ingredients. I find that when we get into the liquors and into the alcohols, it's a little harder to tell. But doing it that way, you do start to sense those differences.
The side by side is the great way to do it. So we offer a 4-person flight, which is our core 4, but then out of the refectory they have this special education license that allows to do 5 side by side. So then it allows you to really like dig into, and the best way to really enjoy the whiskey is to bounce around, so you can try the sweet against the smoke, against the spice, and you really will see those flavors. So if you're drinking a bourbon on its own, you're going to get that sweetness, but when you put it up against the rye and then go back in, it really kind of jumps out at you. So it's the perfect way to kind of enjoy whiskey, but in a different form. So a shot, at the bar is going to come. You're going to get your 1.5 ounces as your Utah pour, but this allows you to get 1/2 ounce of like the Core 4 and all our other products, and a little 1/2 ounce sample. So instead of like overindulging and like doing shot after shot, you can do these little 1/2 ounce pours that allows you to basically sample the wide selection of our products rather than just one individual product.
Wow, it sounds like an ideal situation, and certainly a great chance to see how the whiskey is made. This has become nationally famous, internationally famous at this point, and the rise of High West to this magnitude of distinction is quite amazing.
It is fantastic. People like, if I work at the Park City location, and obviously behind the bar there, and we see so many people coming in to the restaurant that have been, drinking our products around the country, and they're just glad that they get to come here and check it out. And it's surprising how people get so excited. They come in, they sit down, they take the flight, we talk them through it, we taste the products, and it's not just an opportunity to taste our product, but it's a visitor center. People come in, they get to do the tour at both locations, they get to sit down, really dig in deep into the products rather than just picking a bottle up at their local liquor store, where they come from, which is really, really good.
Get back to the home of High West at their distillery, check out their great brunch, and enjoy a little of their taste in the glass. Cheers. It's High West Distillery. We've got much more coming up here on the Mountain Morning Show. We're reviving the dead and more right after these messages.